All right, fellas, what's going on? Yeah, it's about 5 till midnight. Just finished watching Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Good Lord. I guess it's the lack of camaraderie that makes these next four entries of the series a little bit more unpleasant to watch than usual. Uh, as I had mentioned, my friend and I we've been doing this for a long time, and usually it the series gets lousy, gnaws at us bit by bit. But like I said, we're friends. We've been friends for so long that the fact that we're hanging out with each other, makes it not so bad. It's a lousy movie that we love. Lousy movies we love to see together, I guess, for if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give my overview of movies 5 through 8. This is pretty much where the series kind of starts to take a dive. I really don't know how else to say it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give some spoiler alerts, by the way, so you've been warned. So we got Friday the 13th, Part 5, is it a new beginning? Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was a final chapter and then a new beginning. Um, this was a goof. It follows Tommy Jarvis, this time grown up as an older kid, and sure enough, murders start happening again in that area. Um, and just none of it made sense. I don't know how else to say it. Just spoiler alert. As it turns out, Jason was not even the Jason. It was the estranged father of a troubled kid who got killed earlier in the movie by another kid with an axe. And then at the end, when Tommy Jarvis stands up to him again and takes him out, and it's revealed that he was, just a regular dude, then there's this really confusing ending, which kind of implies that Tommy Jarvis is going to become the new Jason. And yeah, it's just it was a complete pooch screw. I'm sorry, just like I said, that's usually the sequel that makes my friend and I kind of, so yeah. So then we got part 6, Jason Lives. This movie was actually an improvement over the previous one, and this time it introduced Jason as a paranormal, or excuse me, supernatural entity, an unstoppable, uh, an unstoppable reanimated corpse, if you will. Real interesting side note is that was, I think, one of the first movies to, I guess, be there was no drugs. There was no, well, there was a kind of, well, I was almost going to say that there's no sex. There's like one scene, but even then, both people are actually wearing their clothes. I don't really know how to explain it, and I don't want to go into like any graphic, offensive details, but there's no drugs. There's no nudity. Um, it was kind of cool to kind of just reboot Jason as an unstoppable supernatural entity as opposed to just kind of like a feral man beast. So it does get its props for that. Um, so yeah, from you kind of start to feel all right. Well, it's gonna get even better, and then you get part 7, the New Blood. Uh, yeah, that was just an epic pooch screw. That's actually where I started drinking. I've already had a couple of beers tonight. Um, they were trying to get the rights or come to an agreement with New Line Cinema because they had the rights to Freddy Krueger. They were trying to do the crossover, and it didn't go through as planned. So instead of Freddy versus Jason, we got Jason versus a telekinetic chick, I guess. And it's an interesting concept. I'll give it that, but I don't know. Just none of all of the characters are complete throwaway characters. It's just basically running out of steam at this point. And yeah, so just when you think things can't get any worse, we have Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. as I said in my individual video of my after view opinion on this, I reiterate my one sentence that sums up my feelings for this movie, which is, screw you, Gordon Curry. Screw you. I don't like you. I don't like your face. I don't like your acting. I just don't like you. You ruined Puppet Master. You are the guy that Barney Cooper Smith's wife left him for in My Blue Heaven. And, of course, you got owned by Jason. And then you try and act all big shot, trying to portray the Antichrist in the Left Behind series. And, frankly, I considered it an epic fail. He just didn't convince me. I couldn't take him seriously as the embodiment of evil, considering the movies that I just mentioned. So, yeah, just Gordon Curry, screw you. I just really don't like that movie. The deaths are silly. There's these little hallucinations that one of the female characters has that don't really make sense, and it's a complete letdown. The only thing I could think of is maybe they felt, well, this is going to be the last movie, so who cares? Um, a lot of a lot of a lot of franchises that get progressively worse. That tends to happen with the last one. The hell with it. It's going to be the final one, so who cares about the quality? But yeah, I think the only real redeemable thing that I could say about uh, Part 8 is that it's got an early appearance by Kelly Hu, adorable girl. I'll always remember her as the love interest in Surf Ninja, and of course as Lady Deathstrike. Real pretty woman, still beautiful. Had a real Surf Ninjas. I always, I had a crush on her in that movie when I saw her. I was like, just, she was adorable. So yeah, so I guess that's an overview of 5 through 8. So I'm gonna go back downstairs and I'm gonna kick off the last 3. And when I'm done with those 3, I will do an overview and conclusion to this whole series. So guess that's all I got to say about that. Peace out for now, fellas.